Hello, sweet stampin' friends. Deborah Harrison here with Simply Sweet and Ink Designs. Welcome to this Friday's live. We're going to make a fun fold card today using the Ocean's Friends bundle. It's actually, the bundle is the feature or the focus bundle for my Ocean Friends mystery craft box. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in case you are not familiar with what my mystery box is. But first, I wanted to remind you real quick, as people are getting the notifications that I'm on live, that tomorrow is the very last day for you to earn the free project kit for the terrific toadstools projects that I made last week. I made 3 fun fold cards. So if you missed that, you can go back and check last Friday's replay. YouTube's probably the best place to find me. It's a little bit easier there. Also, too, you can go to simplysweetinkdesigns.com. Right there on my website, there is a tab for my YouTube channel, and that'll make it real easy to go back and find that. Now, if you missed the project sheet from last week, I'm going to show you the cards real quick. This is just a quick little pop-up, really simple one. This one, little double Z fold card. And then this is a cute little fun fold card that was actually the template. The main template was from Sue Campbell and stuff. And I just used the mushrooms to go, or the toadstools to go with it. So if you want to get the pre-cut project kit, it does include the pre-cut cardstock supplies for you to make the 3 projects. It includes 2 yards of the fresh freesia ribbon, 2 strips of the sequins, excuse me, and you're going to get 12 sheets of the Toadstool Gardens Designer Series paper in your packet. And then, of course, a white piece of thick cardstock so that you can stamp all your really cute little elements there. Now, if you missed the project sheet last week, don't worry, okay? It was a free project sheet for anybody. Anybody can watch the video. Anybody can download that free project sheet. You can, if you go to my email tomorrow, if you're on my email list, it goes out at 3 o'clock Central Time in the afternoon. So scroll all the way down and you will see the link for the video as well as the project sheet from last week. So don't worry if you missed it. It will be coming in tomorrow's email at 3 o'clock. Okay. All right. But if you want the pre-cut project kit, it is free with a minimum of a $40 order. And of course, right now we're in celebration. So if you bump it up to $60, you're going to also get a free celebration item from Stampin' Up. So go check. I will post here. After today's video, I will post the link that you need to use. One, you need to register to let me know that you want the kit, because I do only have a limited amount of the paper and the embellishments to go with the kits, and I want to make sure I run out. I don't think I will. I think I'm pretty well stocked, but just in case. And then secondly, it will direct you what link you need to use to shop for that $40 order. All right, so that ends tomorrow on January 18th, 2025. Next up is my Sweet Creations Club for February. It is going to be featuring the Country Flowers bundle to make 4 cards. Really cute little cards here. And this is another fun fold. I always like to include at least one fun fold card in each of the project kits. If you're not familiar with my Sweet Creations Club, it is a monthly subscription club where each month I feature a certain bundle or a stamp set, and then I design projects to go with it. And so the bundle for February is going to be, like I said, the Country Flowers bundle. The cost for the monthly subscription is $43 a month. It includes, I want to say $20 in consumable supplies, but it's really more like $24, $25 in consumable supplies now. And it includes the shipping to you, a typed PDF tutorial. If there is a video, maybe it's something more complex. Occasionally I'll have a video for you. If you just want to try out a kit for 1 month, it is $48. So to sign up for my club, there is a link at my simplysweetinkdesigns.com website. You can go check that out and get all the information. If you do just want the 1 month kit, there is an option for you to message me so I can send you an invoice for it. All right, now for just real quick, we are going to be using the Ocean Friends bundle today. It is the feature bundle for my Ocean Friends mystery craft box. I think many of you have already registered, so I'm speaking to the choir here. But my mystery boxes are probably by far my most popular mystery boxes. They are what it sounds like. It's a mystery box of projects. I like to give you a little bit of a hint. It will include, let's see, there's 4 cards, a 3D item, and a home decor piece. Okay, and it features the Ocean Friends bundle. That's the the hints you get, I guess. It includes, I think, roughly about $25 in consumable products and the pillow gifts. And the pillow gifts have been coming in today so that I can go ahead and get started on those. And I'm just really excited to put it all together for you. So it is a themed box. And like I said, it sells out every time. So if you did not get the email for it, it will be in tomorrow's email. There'll be a link for you to register. If you want to get the link beforehand, just message me and I'll be happy to get it your way. All right. So really fun mystery box. The registration I think ends on January 25th. The cost is $49 if you live here locally in San Antonio, want to pick it up, or $58.50 if you need it shipped to you. And that does include priority mail with tracking. All right. Okay, so let's get into the project today. Really excited. We are going to play with the Ocean Friends bundle. And last week, I shared with you just a swap that I did for my team for January. It was a faux easel card using the Toadstool or the Terrific Toadstools bundle and that really cute free paper from Celebration. And I told you I would share with you how to make this card using the Ocean Friends bundle. So that's what we're going to do today. This is the card that we're going to make. And I have to tell you, my inspiration from this came from one of my team members. Let me show you. I have my team member, Laura Roderick. I know some of you follow her as well. She does amazing projects each week. She designed this for a recent swap, and I absolutely loved how she used the in color glimmer paper to add some sparkle to her card. So I was like, okay, that has to be in my project. So I did use it in today's project just to make it all sparkly and it's like under the sea. So I'm going to share with you how to make this project today. If you are part of my email list tomorrow at 3 o'clock Central Time, remember all that good stuff is coming. The project sheet from last week's Terrific Toadstools Class to Go is in there for you. The link to the mystery box for the Ocean Friends is in there, as well as this project sheet with a list of all the supplies and the measurements and pictures so that you can follow along with today's video. You'll have just print this out, come back to my YouTube, and you can just follow along with the video tutorial. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put this in the corner. These are my quick measurements, but if you want that pretty printed or that pretty project sheet that you can print out, just join my email list. Super easy to join. Just go over to my blog and connect with me. Okay, let's see. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this to the side. Let me share with you the products that we're using. So in the spring mini catalog, which is also known or more appropriately known as the January through April 2025 catalog, on pages 30 and 31, there are all the products that are part of this Friends of the Ocean collection. It does include the bundle with the stamp set and the dies. And that's where we get all these really cute images. And then it also includes, and I'm not using this today, but it's called the Soft Waves Embossing Folder. Really great for creating some really cute nautical backgrounds. And also too, we have really cute paper. Now this is 6x6. It does come 12 by 12. You get 2 sheets of each pattern, but just wanted to give you an idea of what they look like. And then you get just some more neutral prints, bright, colorful prints on the back. Then there's one more thing as part of that collection. I've already dipped into it, but it is the Sunny Days dots. And this has been a really popular set of embellishments. I see it on many orders. So I guess that people are just really liking those bright colors. There is something I love about the paper, and let me see if I can find, oh, here it is. This is the sheet right here. This is the pattern. So what's really cool is you can take the dies from the die set and it will cut out these lobsters and crabs. I love it when we can do that with the paper and saves me the time of stamping it. However, you can easily stamp in the stamp set. You do have the background image and the foreground image. You can easily stamp that in just 2 different colors. All right. So really easy to substitute when you run out of paper. I am using one more thing though that is not part of the collection, but I did use it in all, I think in all of the projects for the Ocean Friends mystery box. And that is this little hidden gem. It is I think it's in the annual catalog, and it is called Seaside Wishes. Now I don't have the stamp set. I didn't buy the bundle. I just bought It's called a hybrid embossing folder, and I'm going to show you how to use this today. If you've never used a hybrid embossing folder, it's super cool. So I am using an element from this. I am cutting a sand dollar for the background using this bundle. So we're going to use this today, really fun bundle. All right, so now let's get into all our supplies and measurements. We're going to start off with a piece of thick white cardstock. It measures 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And I've got it rotated the wrong way. We're going to score at 1 1/4, then again at 2 1/2. We're going to come all the way over here to 6 3/4. So our 3 measurements, 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 6 3/4 along the long side. And then we're just going to burnish our score lines here. Now I am going to, like this fold is, the 2 folds are going to match up. So you're going to hill fold that one. You're going to valley fold the next one. And then you're going to hill fold so that you end up with this kind of easel look here. All right. So that's what it should look like when you get all those score lines in. Then the next piece, now this is what I refer to in the tutorial as the card base. Now there is another piece. Now this is our card base back here. You can kind of see it. The next piece is what I call the pop-up piece. So that way you know what I'm referring to in the tutorial. This is the pop-up piece. Really, really simple. It is 2 1/2 by 10 1/2, scored here at 5 1/2. All right. So just to let you know, there are 2 parts. Remember, it's 10 1/2. So 5 1/2 is this section, and then this is the remaining 5 inches. So on the 5-inch part, we're gonna do some stamping. So make sure you're stamping on the correct section. I'm gonna use Summer Splash ink, which is one of the ink colors this year. And I'm just going to stamp "Thanks so much" here in the corner. I don't want to get ink on me. So I'm just going to, on this 5-inch section, just here kind of towards the score line, I'm going to stamp my "Thanks so much." And that's all the stamping I have to do today that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to put this up. We have that right there. Okay. Now you see it's a little bit shorter. Okay. There's a reason for that, because I want to be able to hide my seam underneath my designer series paper and not have it sticking out from beneath. Now we're going to take a piece of the Friends of the Ocean designer series paper. I am using a little bit different pattern today because I'm running out of this paper. I've been doing a lot of design work with it. So this piece measures 4 by 4. And we're just going to put it right here on this large section of the front of the card base. There are lots of patterns that you could choose from the paper. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's put our designer series paper right here on this large section. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pop-up piece. And what we're going to want to do, I'm just going to show you before we actually do it. We're going to want this, remember this is the 5 1/2-inch section. We're going to want it to actually go to the bottom of our card here. Okay, so we want it to be able to line up the bottom of the card. So as you can see, we're not going to glue all the way up. We're going to glue maybe about 2/3 of that way to attach it to the back. Just going to add some glue here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it to the back right here in the center. Have about equal distance on each side. And then as you see, what it's going to do is it's going to fold over to the front. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this part flat here, this little easel part. And as you see, it doesn't go all the way to the bottom because we're going to cover it here in a minute with our other piece of designer series paper. So you're probably just going to do maybe about 3/4 of an inch that you're going to add glue to. I'm going to lay this flat, do this, and there we go. We got the base for our faux easel card, our faux step fold card. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take another piece of designer series paper. In this case, I'm taking a 1 by 4-inch what do they call this? Starfish print. And I'm going to glue that over so that it hides that seam. Okay, now at this point, all we're gonna do is we're just gonna add our really fun decorations. The first thing I want to do is I'm gonna show you how we get this really cool sand dollar where we cut and we emboss at the same time. But before I do that, I'm gonna show you what I've already cut out, and that is the coral reef. I've already cut it out in the in color design, the in color glimmer paper. This is the summer splash color. And I've already die cut out one of the lobsters from the designer series paper. So I already have that. Put those off to the side. Let me show you how to make this really cool embossed sand dollar. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. Now I am using my magnetic platform. I know it looks ugly. It's all worn out, but it works great and I'm still using it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our embossing folder. We're going to open it up, and I may not have it correct. This is where I kind of play with it a minute. On the part, let me see if I'm correct here before I start telling y'all. Yes, this is correct. Okay, so on the side that has the Stampin' Up logo right there, you're going to take your die, you're going to set it inside, and you can just feel it just kind of catches. It works best if I have my magnetic platform here. And you can see it just kind of catches right there. And you'll know when you're in that group because it won't move anymore. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece, just a scrap piece of basic beige cardstock. I'm going to lay it inside, and then we're going to close our embossing folder. You do always want to make sure any embossing folder that you're using, that your folded part is going into the machine. That will prevent it from buckling. Then we're going to put our top plate on and just run it through the machine. A little tight. There we go. And as you see, it's stamped or embossed and cut at the exact same time. Now I will tell you, you may notice in here that you can see those outlines and stuff. It does kind of cut into the other side of your embossing folder. That's totally normal. Don't let that concern you. That's just part of it being a hybrid embossing folder. All right, so now what we're going to do is I just want to bring out the really pretty colors that are the pretty patterns and embossed part that are in my sand dollars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take crumb cake ink and I'm going to take a sponge dauber. Let's just dab around the edges, kind of distress it a little bit so that it looks more like a sand dollar. And we can bring out those embossed parts of our cutout here. All right, so a little bit there, aging it. Then I'm going to go down the middle here and just kind of follow those little petals of the sand dollar so that you can see it's a little more distressed looking. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put everything together, finish our project. Now what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take, and I actually like to pop up my sand dollar because it does have a tendency to want to kind of buckle in. So to keep the center from collapsing inside, I'm going to put a dimensional right there in the middle, and I'm probably going to have it just go right here. And then next I'm going to add my coral reef. Now I'm not going to have the glue go all the way up, but almost all the way up. I'm probably leaving about an inch from the top, if that helps any. Okay, and we're going to glue this right here. Now this is going to take a minute because this glimmer paper does take a little longer to set, especially on an embossed image. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my die cut lobster and I'm going to pop it up. I think I'm going to use some mini dimensionals for his claws. And And I'm just going to have him go across at an angle here. All right, and then the last thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to embellish it up with these really cute little bright sunny days dots. Kind of make it look a little bit like bubbles. Also too, it helps kind of fill in some of this white space here. And there you go, guys. That is our card, our fun fold card for today. I hope that you like it. So I did want to let you know that next week I am going to be starting a couple of projects using the Country Flowers bundle. That is part of the February, sorry, wrong month, February Sweet Creations Club. And to make a sympathy card. Sympathy cards are hard for me to send, but I know that they're important that we have some in our stash. So next week, join me. We will make this really beautiful sympathy card. And then the next week, we're going to make another card with the Country Flowers bundle. All right. So just quick reminder, the email for today's project will go out at 3 o'clock Central Time. So make sure you're on my email list so that you can get that. If you missed last week's project with the terrific toadstools bundle, the class to go for that project sheet is at the bottom of tomorrow's email. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to you crafting with me next week. If you are interested in the Ocean Friends mystery box and you did not get the registration link, please make sure that you message me and I'll be happy to get that information to you. All right, guys, y'all take care. We'll see you next Friday.